everyone, what's up? Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So, further ado, let's introduce our today's topic. And today we have some very interesting news, and the topic is literally blow your mind. So let's get started. Angela Rayner humiliated as councillor says her big plan to build 1.5 homes is impossible. So let's know a bit deeper about it. Is it possible or not? Let's know. Councillor warning Aaron's Rayner her household building targets are only constant and could be impossible to achieve. Angela's Sprague's plan to build 1.5 million new home in England has been dealt but has come one to the goal is unrealistic. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer wants to household building, boost economic growth and address the UK's household crisis with local authority and set ambitious target for new builds. A BBC analysis show 90% of councils are concerned about whatever those targets realistic to likely to achieve. The broadcast report responds to government consultation obtained by the BBC through freedom of information laws shows many authorities in England fear an allocation used to calculate the target failed to account the pressure on planners, builders and local infrastructure and land. Labour-led Broxton Council in Nottingham said the proceed were very challenging, if not possible achieved, while some Tracy, which is also loud round and said the planners were wholly unrealistic. The five areas where council would be required to make the biggest promotional increase in new home and accompany the current government target include Ridicule and Clever with the current target 45 rising to proposal 642 figure seats by the BBC show. So let's know more deeper about it and the Burners target to rise from 2051 to 396 Western Wall and funds from 227 to 1430 Henburn grows up from 50 to 1330 and Congress the target should of from 244 to 1027. Those analyses show the rural access should be most of the household building while parts of London have been seen the target fail. A spokesperson from the Ministry of Housing Council and local government said this is the worst houses in crisis in living memory and other fix this will need to build 1.5 million homes. That's why we have introduced mandatory housing target for council and laid out clear plans to support their delivery, including by changing plan rules or to allow homes to develop on Craigbelt land and resolving 300 additional planning office. Housing Secretary Angela Rayner has said to tell MPs government wants to household to rise 370,000 per year. Can you imagine how big amount it is? He admitted that delivery of the 1.5 million home would be more difficult than Labour has expected the opposite, but rising MPs call to provide yearly target. Local government associate housing spokesperson Adam has said we support the government's administration to build more homes to help tackle the household crisis and country faces. Getting household and target is right place is difficult task in any national administration and formulation by strongly believed from local knowledge and involvement by council and communities who knows their areas best as the elected local preparation with the responsibility for local place council with vital role and increasing and planning household including building and more home is social rent and house which are affordable with the right power skill resource and formula can skill new opportunity to household across the country. And now let's know I will show you guys a video about this. So further ado, let's start the video. So you guys already
that I absolutely believe we've got to get right if we need more social housing. You cannot fix the housing crisis in the UK without looking at social housing. And as Andy said, the cost actually of not doing that is actually the government are spending far more money and giving it out to either private landlords or people being in temporary accommodation because we haven't got that social housing we need. So some of the things we've done immediately within taking office around looking at fixing the National Planning Policy Framework, 106 notices, getting the best from them, making sure we're building the houses that people need. We've got a task force now looking at new towns, and there's golden rules within that around affordability and social housing, making sure that the targets, mandatory targets are back because the Tories didn't take that on and house building has gone backwards. So more and more people are not going to get that opportunity of not only owning their own homes, but people that need that social housing. And Arab's Law, which again, not only are we going to put that in the autumn, we're going to make sure that in the public sector, we're going to make sure it also affects the private sector as well. Look, there's some really great landlords out there. I'm not here to just trash them because they do a very important function. But unless we address the social and council housing problem in this country, then we're really not going to get to the root problem of the housing crisis for everybody. And I'm not going to preempt the spending review, despite the temptation. But all I would say, and if you look at what the Prime Minister says about the opportunities and the first steps, every single one of them is impacted by the housing crisis. Every single one, whether it's opportunities for young people, whether it's our economy, whether it's efficiency in warm homes, all of them are affected by housing, and therefore we've got to fix the housing crisis. And I'm absolutely determined, working with Shelter we've met, and I know they'll hold my feet to the fire as well, but working with our mayors, working with our local authorities, local authority leaders and our mayors have bashed on my door from day one saying, Angie, you have to do something about the housing crisis and you have to do something about social housing in this country. And I'm determined with them, through devolution, through working across the departments in the government, that will fix this problem.
Of course, as Parliament, without building 90,000 social rep homes a year, doing that beyond 1 year is obviously going to take considerable public money. Do you agree with the calculation, and do you agree that's going to take extra money? And are you confident that you can get it out of Rachel Reeves?
I think you're asking me to stray into a spending review and demands within it. I mean, we recognise that, you know, one of the things I said in my speech this morning is Michael Gove gave back, you know, significant money into the Treasury at a time through the Affordable Homes Programme, at a time when we had a housing crisis, absolute scandal. So we've already recognised and given more flexibility. And that's why you've got Andy saying that he'll do 10,000 new council homes by 2028, which I'll hold him to, and I'll work with him to make sure that happens. And the same with Sadiq setting out plans for 40,000 new council homes as well in London by 2030. You know, I make no apologies for some of the housing targets and some of the changes we've made within the planning reform system. And we've got to make sure that within that, we won't meet our 1.5 million homes target within 5 years unless we've got that mix of social and council housing. Whether I wanted them or not, that is the only way we're going to meet that target. I think everybody knows that. But I actually think it's a moral mission of the Labour government to recognise the problem and to build the social housing we need. And I've been honest about not putting a figure on that today because there's a lot of moving parts within that. And then hopefully at the spending review, you'll see that this government is really serious that we're going to build those houses we desperately need. And it's a moral mission for our government. And if it wasn't, then what's Labour for if we're not for building safe and secure homes that people need?
Watch this video. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe for more. And don't forget to share this video with family, friends, neighbor. Watch your video and news like this. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, tata, goodbye. Have a blast.